What's good, camp folk? It's your boy Dom, and we back again in the garage, y'all. What do I want to smoke tonight, though? Ooh, I got the perfect stick. Be right back. You know what? We're going to go with the aging room tonight, because you know what? I want something with a little bit more robust to it. And aging room always comes through with that. So tonight we're going with aging room bin number 2. And if you already know me, you know I love those puros, 100% Nicaraguan. But let's pour up a drink, y'all. Cheers. Man, I like a nice smoked bourbon or whiskey every now and then. Buffalo Trace is good by itself, you know, but we're gonna add a little bit extra to it. This is a single barrel selection, so I like those single barrels because honestly they are just a little bit better than a regular run, and they really did a good job with that Buffalo Trace, so I can't complain with that. It's really tasty. So let's set the ambiance real quick. You know how we do. So let's talk about the aging room stick right now. So as you can see, man, they did a really good job with this banding on here. Really elegant looking, really smooth, goes with the cigar color. Everything matches on the stick. I really love the flow of this cigar and how they managed to just make everything come together with this cigar. Even from the little banding on the foot here, really nice special touch. Not needed, but hey, it is there. But if you're gonna get the cigar, make sure you take that off. You do not smoke through this, all right? I know that's a no-brainer. I really hope that's a no-brainer for some of y'all out there, but hey, you never know. I've seen some people do some weird shit with cigars, and it is what it is. Whatever floats your boat. So if you haven't had an aging room cigar, know that their cigars are just a little bit stronger than your average cigars, man. I was on the beach one time, messed around and smoked I think 3 of these in a row and had your boy laid out. I had to sit down because your boy was getting green. I didn't have any chocolate or nothing on me, and I was just done. So what I'm not gonna do is make that same mistake today. We're just gonna go with one stick. So on the body right there, as I take a nice little sniff of this cigar, it's got some musk. So some cigars, they have this musk to it, like a bodily musk, not a stinky musk, like some musty. You know, it doesn't stink. It's just a nice musk to the cigar. Think of like colognes when they describe it as having a musky tone to it. Same thing with this cigar. Nice cherry note, walnut, and a musk. A bit of chocolate too. So let's go ahead and clip the cap, get a cold draw, and see what this cigar has to offer. Cigar features a cedar wood and leather-like nuances. The best thing to do when you want to learn about a cigar that you never smoked before is to go to Google, man. Do a Google search, hit up YouTube, see if anybody's done a review on a cigar. That's the easiest way to find out about it. This cigar was released in 2014. It is 100% Nicaraguan tobacco. This cigar was manufactured from the Plasencia cigar company out there. It features tobacco from the Ometep region, and the Ometep region is known for their volcanic soil, actually. So basically what they're saying is that the tobacco in this cigar will pick up a smokier nuance to this cigar, and also it's stated that the soil provides a more rich, sweeter profile to the cigar as well. Now, as always, taste is very subjective, so you got to follow your own taste, man, and build up your taste buds and your palate, right? That way you can understand what's going on with the cigar and not just taste and smoke. But without further ado, let's go ahead and give this cigar a light. Woo! Peanuts, bro, on the first draw of this cigar. Major peanut influence on this cigar. And forgot to mention that. I read that in there. I'm like, no way. Man, look. Peanut shell right up in that first draw. Ooh, that retro hell, boy. Gotcha, boy. Pepper spice, chili pepper, cayenne pepper, throw all the peppers at me. Just peppers, 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 peppers. Yo, just throw all the peppers at your boy. I mean, damn, I'm dodging peppers. Ugh. With this cigar, it's pepper heavy. Muy caliente. And it's delicious. Toffee notes right now. Toffee, caramel. Think of Munch and Crunch. Yo, right there with it. Beautiful, beautiful flavors on this cigar. Nice burn line right here coming off as well. And the cigar has nice oily notes on the cigar and some toothiness. Yo, it's got some major toothiness. Toothiness is those flavor pockets, those flavor blisters that are on a cigar that hold tobacco oils. So as you smoke your cigar down, you'll start to get those resins will start to heat up, and then you'll get a lot of those flavors that come through the cigar. So some of the sweeter notes, I guess what they mean by sweeter notes, I would say will come from the caramel notes that I'm tasting, the toffee notes that I'm tasting. Not sweet to the palate per se, but just picking up those nuances of caramel and toffee is what gives you that overlay of sweetness. I'm pretty sure this cigar is going to pick up. Like I said, I know aging room's always pretty robust cigars, right? So as I smoke this cigar down, I will look for more bolder flavors, but I'm looking for balanced flavors as well. So I'm really hoping that this cigar gives me a balanced session and not just overpoweringly dominant flavors, right? I'm prepared for it and I'm ready for it, and hey, we're just gonna see what happens in this cigar breakdown. So what I'm gonna do is smoke this down a little bit into the first third, and if anything changes, I'll come in with a quick update. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, so quick update. Just really beginning this cigar, but it's kind of getting away from me just a little bit. You'll see that it's getting a wave to this cigar with, which is an uneven burn. For y'all that are smoking your cigars, if you start to notice that your cigar is doing that, just make sure you're rotating your cigars often, right? Some cigars you don't have to do that as often. This might be one of them. We'll see. So how to fix that? All you simply do is when you go to puff your cigar, make sure that the end that is not burning as much, you flip that to the top. Puff your cigar once or twice. Once you're done, flip that cigar over. Okay, so when you're puffing on your cigar, it's hotter at the top. Okay, and then when you are not puffing your cigar and you know it's burning hotter at the bottom, so it's just going to allow that cigar to catch up. So always rotate your cigars. Pay attention to that. It'll make your cigar session a lot more enjoyable, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to it. Anything changes, I'll come back and update you. See you in a second. All right, kinfolk, back in for another quick update. We're about more than midway through the first third of the aging room bin number 2 cigar, and I did have to do a touch up on the cigar. Hey, it was getting away from me a little bit, running away, so I just gave it a quick little touch up, and now we're back to pretty much a razor sharp burn line. So sometimes it just is what it is, and you can blame it on many of things, but I would just go ahead and take the L for that one. It could have been just the light up of this cigar, so I'll take complete fault for that cigar. The cigar is giving exactly what it needs to give right now. The peanut notes are really nice in this cigar, and it's just really meshing well with the sweeter notes of the toffee and the caramel. You're getting some of that aged oak on there too, but sweeter notes that are really, really nice with this cigar. And the retrohales still spicy, but they're kind of mellowed just a little bit. It is a tinge bit creamy, but it's playing very well with the cigar. And at first, man, I'll tell you what, it was kicking my butt, but it calmed down and is allowing me to really enjoy the cigar for what it is. So I'm really enjoying the cigar right now. Not a bad job from the Aging Room Cigar Company. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank you for just continuing on this journey with me. I do apologize for not being as frequent with the videos as I should be, but life be lifing sometimes. And you know what? Sometimes you got to take a step back and you got to do what you got to do, especially if you got new kids not running around. Mine's not running around just yet, but you got to take care of your responsibilities. And sometimes those hobbies that you like to do, they just got to take a back seat for a second. And also, when the hobby starts to feel like a job, you definitely got to sit down real quick and just kind of rethink of why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? At least that's what I think. It's not easy doing cigar reviews, yo. I'm the shooter, I'm the creator guy, I'm editing, doing everything with this. Not trying to cry you a river or anything, but just saying it's not easy. So when I get a chance to step away and actually do a cigar review and you guys actually watch it, I really appreciate that, because, you know, I'm doing something that I enjoy, not necessarily for likes and to get famous or anything crazy like that. It's just, I enjoy doing it. I'm an introvert. This allows me to come out of that shell a little bit and just reach people without actually having to touch you. But I don't mind. I do have extroverted ways. My wife brings that out of me really well. But like I said, it's not easy. So, you know, for those cigar reviewers out there, especially Lee Mac 912, really influenced by him and what he's bringing to the table. Watched him a lot before I started reviewing cigars, and I actually reached out to him once, and he gave me a bunch of helpful tips that I needed to do. And one of the things that he told me was, hey man, you got to get your videos up. And what that man was like continuous doing, and he's been in the game for years, right? And it takes time, and I understand that. So something that I just like to do for fun. I don't want to make it a chore. So when I come out and I do videos, it's from my heart, y'all. And I just really want to just give something that means a lot to me to y'all. All right, enough of that mushy shit. Y'all, I'm gonna smoke this down to the second third, and I'll update you once we get back. We'll see you in a minute. All right, fam, we're into the second third of this cigar right here. And just like aging room fashion, woo, boy, it kicks up. Nicotine, for sure. Definitely starting to feel it now. Slow down just a little bit, because I believe it's just all Ligero in this cigar, man. It hits pretty hard. But that does not take away from the flavor of this cigar, not one bit. I have not watched any reviews on this cigar at all, just going on how I feel about the stick. And I think this cigar is a really good competitor of, you know, a cigar of the year in at least the top 10. Really balanced cigar that holds true to where it started, right? But the flavors just get a little bit more complex, but enjoyable all at the same time. It doesn't get too far out of what it's doing. It just keeps you right there in that moment. The perfect cigar for a cigar lounge, right? You relax, you're chilling, watching the game, something, you know, it's just perfect, because it just is what it is. Along with those peanutty notes, you get that leather, you get some cedar going in there, woodsier notes, still this little sweeter profile from the toffee and caramel that is still there. Really enjoying this cigar. Right now, this cigar is probably a definite box purchase, man. For me, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this cigar, and I would definitely keep a box or a handful of these cigars in a humidor and just let them sit for a while. Let them mellow, let them chill, and this cigar will reward you in the end. Digging it, really digging it. Gonna smoke this down a little bit into the second third. If anything changes, I'll come back. If not, I'll see you in the final third of this cigar. Y'all hold tight. See you in a minute. All right, y'all, we're back. Final third of the cigar here. And guys, and girls, I'm enjoying the cigar. Not gonna lie. It does hit in the second to final third of the cigar with that nicotine, right? So you gotta be careful. Make sure you eat whatever, have chocolate on hand, do what you gotta do. I looked at some reviews online. A lot of people love this cigar, and there's some that are saying it's way too strong for them. You know, way just too much, right? But you have to go into this cigar knowing what you're getting yourself into, and then also liking a cigar that's just a little bit stronger. If you didn't know anything about aging room and you jumped right into this thing, yeah, they'll kick your ass, right? But once you know what you're getting yourself into, you'll be completely fine. Once your tolerance goes up as well, you'll be completely fine. But you have to break away from some of the things that you're used to if you're open to that, and then try some cigars that are different from what you're used to smoking. This one right here is doing a great job. Cherry notes coming in with that oak, the nuttiness of the peanut, you know, it got stronger, more I would say toasted notes on the flavors that I'm getting. Of course, you're getting some coffee notes, dark chocolate notes on the cigar, you know, and it just kind of took me on a little bit of a journey towards the end of the cigar. Maintained consistency through the first and second third. Then towards the end of the cigar, it just offered just a little bit more for me to experience. So I'm digging it. Box purchase, y'all. Love it. 2 thumbs up. Don't know why this hasn't been ranked higher than it is. Maybe just my palate. I like it. So if you like what you're seeing, hey, y'all know what to do. Like, follow, subscribe to the channel. If you made it this far, you are real and I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging on with me. Thank you for being here with me in the moment, y'all. You know the motto, be kind to one another and be kindred in the leaf. I'm gonna smoke this down and enjoy it because this one is a nubber for sure. We'll see you next time in the next Kindred Leaf Cigar video breakdown. See you next time.